In a world filled with constant noise, distractions, and endless chatter, silence has become an undervalued and almost forgotten skill. Yet, some of the greatest thinkers in history, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood and practiced the art of silence. They taught that silence can be more powerful than speech, guiding us toward wiser decisions. Today, we're going to explore 9 situations where it's wiser to remain silent, all through the lens of Stoic philosophy. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand when silence speaks louder than words, but also how it can transform your daily interactions, bringing clarity and calm. Before we begin, let me ask you something. How many times have you regretted the things you said in a moment of emotional overwhelm? We've all been there. Words escape us, but once spoken, they can't be unsaid. However, learning when to hold back, when to remain quiet, can help save relationships, protect your inner peace, and guide you to make more thoughtful, impactful choices. Let's take a deep dive into the wisdom of knowing when to stay silent. When you are angry. Anger is one of the most destructive emotions, and it can cloud our judgment faster than almost anything else. As Seneca wisely observed, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. When we speak in anger, our words often become weapons, inflicting harm not only on others but also on ourselves. The Stoics believed that controlling one's anger was essential for living a virtuous life. By choosing silence in moments of rage, you give yourself the opportunity to reflect, calm down, and regain control. Silence in anger isn't just about preventing an outburst. It's about maintaining your own dignity and peace of mind. When you are not fully informed, in moments where we don't have all the facts or haven't fully understood a situation, our instinct might be to jump in and share our opinion. But as Epictetus wisely pointed out, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Speaking without all the information can not only mislead others but also prevent us from truly understanding what's at stake. When we admit that we don't know everything, we open ourselves to learning. Silence in these moments shows humility and intellectual curiosity, 2 virtues highly regarded by the Stoics. It allows you to gather information and make wiser decisions later, rather than risking impulsive, uninformed comments. When someone else is speaking. In today's fast-paced world, where conversations often turn into competitions to be heard, we forget the power of listening. As the Stoics understood, true wisdom comes not just from speaking, but from listening and understanding others. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of understanding before being understood. When someone else is speaking, your silence is a sign of respect, attentiveness, and humility. It's a reminder that in a conversation, listening is as valuable, if not more, than speaking. Being silent while others share their thoughts allows you to process their words and respond thoughtfully, if at all, instead of reacting impulsively. When the timing is wrong, timing is everything when it comes to communication. Even the most well-intentioned message can fall flat or create misunderstandings if delivered at the wrong moment. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to control what we can and recognize what is outside our control, and timing falls within this realm. Patience is a virtue, and knowing when to speak and when to hold back can make all the difference. Silence in this context isn't avoidance, it's strategic. It allows you to wait for the moment when your words will have the greatest positive impact, rather than rushing to speak just because you can. When your words can hurt others. Words have the incredible power to build or to destroy, and once spoken, they can never be taken back. The Stoics urged us to always consider the consequences of our actions, including our words. In moments of tension or conflict, it's easy to say something hurtful without thinking. But the wisdom of silence teaches us to pause and reflect. Will my words heal or harm? Will they lead to understanding or create division? Silence in these moments is a gift to both yourself and others. It allows space for reflection and prevents unnecessary damage, preserving relationships and your own sense of integrity. When listening to a heart's outpour. In moments of deep emotional vulnerability, people often don't need advice or words of wisdom. They simply need someone to listen. As the Stoic philosophers recognized, there is immense power in simply being present. When someone pours their heart out to you, your silent, empathetic presence can provide more comfort than any words could. Silence in these moments is a sign of true emotional intelligence. It shows that you're not trying to fix things or rush the process, but rather, you're holding space for them to express themselves fully. It's a form of compassion that transcends speech. When words aren't enough, there are moments in life when no words can capture the depth of what we're feeling, whether it's grief, loss, or overwhelming joy. As the Stoics understood, sometimes silence is the most appropriate response because words would only dilute the moment. In these situations, actions or presence speak louder than any phrase could. Silence allows space for the raw, authentic emotions to surface without interruption. It acknowledges that there are times when words simply aren't enough, and that's okay. When the conversation turns negative, not every conversation is worth participating in. When discussions turn negative, whether through gossip, blame, or toxic criticism, Stoic wisdom teaches us to rise above. Engaging in negativity only drags you down, robbing you of your inner peace and focus. Silence in these moments is a form of self-protection and mental discipline. As Epictetus said, keep silence for the most part, and speak only when you must, and then briefly. By choosing not to engage, you're preserving your mental clarity and refusing to feed into negativity. Silence isn't weakness, it's a conscious decision to guard your peace and avoid being pulled into destructive conversations. When silence is the answer, sometimes silence is not just an option, it's the best answer. There are moments when no response is the wisest course of action. As the Stoics believed, not everything demands a reaction. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Silence gives us the space to reflect on whether something truly deserves our energy or attention. It allows us to pause and decide if engaging will serve our values or simply be a waste of time and emotional resources. In these moments, silence speaks volumes. It conveys wisdom, maturity, and emotional intelligence. As we've explored today, silence is not a sign of weakness or avoidance. On the contrary, it's a powerful tool for cultivating inner strength, wisdom, and emotional intelligence. By practicing the art of silence, we learn to listen more deeply, reflect more thoughtfully, and act with greater purpose. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom from philosophy and Stoicism.